Hello everybody, good afternoon from Japan. We are in Osaka for the Japanese B.LEAGUE. Osaka EVESSA taking on the powerhouse Sanin NEOPHOENIX. The Okani Arena, Mishima, filled, well, not quite filled, but quite a few fans here to watch Osaka get after it against a very good Sanin NEOPHOENIX team, which of course they watched only yesterday. These two teams trading blows. You look at the standings and you can see that Sanin NEOPHOENIX up at the top in the Central with the best overall record at 29-4 after yesterday's win over Osaka. Osaka in the West at 17-17. So Sanin winning yesterday's game 91-83. Winning 14 games in a row. And it is a mighty task to stop their run here for this Osaka team, which has Bobby Ray Parks, Takagi, Bonds, and Luther, Tsuchiya, Matsumoto, Takeuchi, Io, Kinoshita, Suzuki, Vladimir Guerrero, and Maki. See Matsumoto standing there in front of the bench. Sanin NEOPHOENIX, Yante Maton, and Waba, Ura, Ota, Yoshi Williams, Makugawa Yu, David Dzinski, Sasaki Suya, and Yamauchi. And these are the key players that we wanted to highlight. Suzuki and Sasaki and their relative numbers. And you can see how Sasaki is such a big part of what this Sanin NEOPHOENIX wants to do, averaging 11.7 points, 6.5 assists, 34.7 shooting percentage from deep. Suzuki, numbers not quite as big, but nevertheless a very good player. Sasaki also 1.8 rebounds. There is the coach of Osaka, Coach Fujita. And again, when you look back at the standings and you see where this team is at 17-17 in the West. Ryukyu Golden Kings up at the top with 24 wins. Shimane with 22 in second place. There he is, that's Tsuchi Ono. He understands fully that, you know, after last season having that terrific regular season campaign, only then to fall in the quarterfinals to Hiroshima Dragonflies. It's not what you do in the regular season necessarily that brings you the glory. You got to do it all over again. But again, Sanin NEOPHOENIX just rolling in the victories, one right after the other. And you can see the 91-83 win yesterday over Osaka. So any team that has kind of come before this Sanin NEOPHOENIX team, it has not been a pleasant experience. They did win by some convincing score lines. Most of them have been relatively convincing, comfortable wins. And for Osaka, well, it has been a mixed mash of recent results, wins and losses. Following yesterday, before that they won that thriller over Ryukyu Golden Kings, 97-95. Before that, they split a pair with Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, also winning 111-109 against Nagoya. So, but they've also lost some close games, 75-71 to Gunma Crane Thunder, and before that, 76-67. So they've been involved in a lot of close games, and as is often the case in the B.LEAGUE, a lot of these games go right down to the wire, and it's decided by one or two plays. Will today be their day? So the lights lower in here in Osaka, and we've already quite a thrilling start to the day with some of the volleyball players from Suntory Sunbirds here. Rui Takahashi and Ai Takahashi singing, doing the chants here for the Osaka team. Yati Maton, Wawa, Yoshi, Sasaki, and Suya in the starting five. And Wawa averaging 17.8 points, 7 rebounds, 2.2 assists. He has been a monster. And I say that in a positive description, pretty much unstoppable at times. So here's what happened yesterday when these two teams met, some of the highlights from that game. And three-pointers falling, that always makes life a little bit easier. Well, that three-pointer fall as well for Suzuki, and Garoon showing some power. The San NEOPHOENIX just take no prisoners. They get after you, the steal and the bucket from Sasaki. And then if you leave this man open, number 14, Wakugawa, Hayato Wakugawa, averaging 5 points per game. So he's a danger man. You got to get a hand in the face of all these guys. But these are the team stats from yesterday, and you can see the San N come into this already with a reputation as a high-scoring team. In fact, they are the highest-scoring team in the competition. .7 points per game. So Osaka, well, they've got Bobby Ray Parks, Matt Bonds, Suzuki, Vladimir Garoon, and also they've got Maki. Talking about Hayato Maki, 5.8 points, 1.8 rebounds, 2.7 assists per game. Bobby Ray Parks up the top, the Filipino international, 14.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, 3 assists per game. And Bonds, obviously a big player in this team, 16.8 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3 assists per game. And with Suzuki, who we've already looked at, and then Vladimir Garoon, the big fella. They're the referees, Kano, Ono, and Suji. And again, just a look at the starting fives for both of these two teams. Osaka has lost all 5 of their previous meetings, including previous seasons against San NEOPHOENIX, but eventually, you know that the victory is going to come. The big question is, will it come today? Ryan Luther also coming off the bench, a very big player for this team, averaging 13.7 points, 6.5 rebounds. これで可能性は結構ありますね。皆さんぜひ熱い声で、そして熱いクラブで選手の後押しをしていきましょう。今日は絶対勝つね。クラブクラブクラブクラブクラブクラブクラブクラブ。さあ次のより絶対これで選手たちに後押ししていきましょう。 一緒に戦っていきましょう。Well, Vladimir Parks certainly had a great game yesterday, 18 points. In Waba, we were hyped. We were talking about him and what he does for this team. He had 26 points. 11 of 15 from the floor inside the arc, 1 of 4 from deep. 8 of 27 from long range, sent in, so that's, I guess, acceptable if you are Osaka, but you got to stop the big guys down low, which they weren't able to. Brzezinski also had 17 points. Well, hello everybody, we are underway here in Japan. Osaka taking on NEOPHOENIX, and Osaka winning the opening tip. Nathan, rear number one, got that jump ball. Now the long jump shot, no good. Nathan gets the rebound. Air ball by Suya. Shot clock did not reset, so they got to put it up, and the bank is open on Sunday. So Sasaki, who we highlighted as one of the key players, makes an early deposit. And a 3-0 lead for the visitors. Get it to Bonds. Shot clock winding down. Bonds with a mid-range. Sasaki drives in, throws it out of bounds, trying to get it over to Suya. Dribbling, throws it over to Gurun. No room to operate there. Suya cutting off the baseline. Nathan also coming over to kind of seal him in there. That was a good play by Gurun to get out of trouble, but they've only got 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bonds this time misses, but follows up his own shot. Gets it into Gurun. Excellent play. Bonds. Waba for 3. Nope. And Bonds with the rebound. Well, if you're going to have pick your poison, you'd rather than try to beat you from outside. There's Gurun. And look at that. Osaka stretched their lead to 6-3. Big Nathan knocked out of his hands, goes out of bounds. Good defense. Nathan averaging just over 15 points, almost 8 rebounds a game. Waba. Never missed, but a long rebound keeps it at this end. She drives in now. Sasaki has it. Looks for space. He's just got that extra gear, doesn't he? He can go a little bit faster. A little burst of speed allows him to get to the rim easily, the 28-year-old. Gurun trying to post up. He does. Goes right. Oh. He did the hard work, posting up, then missed a shot. Parks, how about that? 1.93 meters in height, 31. And looking good, able to step up and knock down the three-pointer, the man from the Philippines. And the offensive rebound and the denial. Nowhere to go for Yati Maiden. And Wapa comes up from behind, knocks the ball out of bounds, gets it out of the hands of that man, Suzuki. Nakagawa's going to check into the game. You play one, 24 hours ago. Every game is different though, and oh boy, the drive by Suzuki, but does not make the layup. Sasaki has started this game on fire. Unbelievable. Well, Sasaki has scored all 8 points. Maton ties up Vladimir Garoon out on the perimeter. His first foul. But right now it's Osaka 9, Sasaki 8. Got to find an answer to that guy. He probably benefits by having some quality bigs on the floor. Get past to get it down low to Bonds. And Yoshi just kind of moved out of the way. Here's Yoshi. Has it knocked out of his hands. And a lot of contact, no calls. Kinoshita checks into the game for the first time for Osaka. Arguing his case. I think he wanted to foul on that play, didn't get it. The referees are letting him play. Parks, bounce pass, but well read by Yoshi. Snuck in there and took it away. Here is Yoshi missing. The ball batted in the hands of Kinoshita, who's just checked into the game, and he's going to get on the ground, but it's Nwaba that takes it away. And they turn it right back over. Yeah, he's moving. He was almost looking at the ref just immediately just to see if they were going to call that foul. But that's a Maton. Heads over to the bench. And that ushers in Ryan Luther. Ryan Luther comes into the game. And Matt Bonds goes right down the lane. David Jasinski also in the game as well for sign in with Yanti Maton out of the game. Okugawa takes it deep. The hands up on defense leads to a deflection. You checking into the game for the first time today. We played 6.5 minutes yesterday. Here is going to get a chance. He's going to put it up from deep, and it was short. He had no choice. He had to get it up with the shot clock about to expire. Well, Suzuki has been so good today. Or Sasaki, rather, excuse me. He only had 7 points yesterday. He's already surpassed that. And here is David Jasinski getting in on the act. So making it 13-10. Luther back to the basket, and Wanda trying to stick with him. Fades, 1 foot, Not a great shot. Good defense from Nwaba. And Brzezinski fouled in the paint. Kinoshita.
大阪31番木下選手、個人ファウル1、チームファウル1です。3点ボール。
Well, the ball thrown over the head of Brzezinski. It leads to a fast break. And Ryan Luther lays it up. He must have been tempted to dunk that, but great defense by Luther. Leo whistled for the foul. Leo fouls Wakugawa. Here is the San Diego Phoenix team still looking for its rhythm on offense. And Wakugawa, this is everything but the net. And quickly Leo goes in. Great play. 2 fast breaks in a row. One of them off a steal. The other after a rebound and the quick outlet pass. And it's 17-10. Good job, Kinoshita, passing it up ahead to his teammate Leo. And the guys coming off the bench getting it done for Osaka. Osaka EVESSA with the early lead.
Winner, Thank you. そしておめでとう。さあここから第1クォーター再開となります。さあスコアは17対15、大阪リード。皆さんの攻撃もめちゃめちゃ出てるんで、まだまだガンガン出していって、選手の後押ししていきましょう。
Well, Fujita, former head coach of Sendai 89ers, and before that, with the Golden Kings, where he'd been previously an assistant, so he's been around, been head coach since 2019. And you have to be happy with his team start. How about that? Somehow, San NEOPHOENIX able to get the pass inside to David Brzezinski, who looks at the ref and says, I also got hit on that. But I think if we've learned anything so far in this game, the refs are just going to let these guys play. Kinoshita gets it over to Bonds. And Bonds has been terrific in this first quarter. 16.8 points per game. He has come out firing. And Brzezinski answers with a three-point. What a luxury to have David Brzezinski, without a doubt, the player that could start most games. Wakugawa gets the steal and the foul by Kinoshita.
Foul です。大阪31番木下選手、個人ファウル2、チームファウル3です。シュートモーションに対するファウルのため、3塁にツーショットです。
Well, the one thing that you can't do if you want to beat San NEOPHOENIX is turn the basketball over and give them easy points. Osaka yesterday did have a problem with turnovers. They turned it over 16 times. Compare that to 9 for San N. And it's quite the disparity, especially when the other team gets those points off the turnovers. That's when it really hurts.
さあもう一個いきましょう。ファイセンディフェンス。
OSAKA team seeing Wakugawa close the gap to 2 points, nearly 8 minutes into the game. So back into the game is Suya. And Wakugawa gets some high fives as he sits down over on the bench. Matt Bonds, his teammate across midcourt. Luther makes himself available, puts up a little shot right at the top of the lane. And Lava. Wow. I think probably the OSAKA bench was a little bit worried that Bonds was going to commit the foul, and Lava, though, turns it over, gives it right back. Parks back in the game. 3-point shot. Long. Luther crashes the boards. And here comes Sanin. Ora gets it down low, and that man, Dudzinski, having his way right now. He's not in the game. He scored his team's last 7. And a couple of them have been with passes like this, where he is posting up. He had Bond sealed on his back, so he was able to just get that basketball, go up and dunk it.
Thank you, Michael BD. さあ、第1クォーター再開となります。さあ、スコア19対19。さあ、並んでますが、まだまだボールから。
Coming up on the 1-minute mark of this opening quarter and coming out of the timeout. And how about Garone just taking matters into his own hands and going right at Nika Williams, who checked into the game here at the end of the quarter. Dudzinski waving, trying to make himself available. Well, it goes down, fouled.
ファウルです。大阪12番土屋選手、個人ファウル1、12ファウル4です。3円ボール。
Well, maybe a little fortunate to get that call. Nora puts it up and well short. Parks has it. Chance to recover here. Ryan Luther. And OSAKA able to go back up about 4, maybe 5. Parks steps back for 3. And the rebound is Dudzinski. Second differential, game clock and shot clock. I don't think they want to take it too soon, but they have, and Dudzinski scores again. Well, it has been, and Yoshi sends Parks tumbling, collision. Oh my, how much defense there. That is just a step in front, commit the block. I don't know, really. I guess the referees are ruling that's a basketball play. Yu rather comes back in with 2.1 seconds. They got to go quickly. And he doesn't get it off in time. 21 apiece. I can see that foul again by Yoshi. Anyway, 21-21. Osaka and Sanin NEOPHOENIX knotted at the end of one.
選ばれた3名の方がスリーポイントシュートに挑戦。見事入ったら賞金券1万円分をプレゼント。決まらなければ次の組上限5万円までキャリーオーバーしていきます。本日は5万円からスタートです。さあ、それでは1番目の挑戦者、田中徹さん、意気込みを頑張ります。もう5万円出てないんでね、皆さん決めてください。株式会社エンドプレゼンツラッキーシュートチャレンジ、どうぞ。いやいや、軌道は良かったです。軌道良かったです。
So Sanin NEOPHOENIX, one of these teams where when sometimes you take the starters off the court, they become better because they've got such good players coming off the bench. Dave Dudzinski, for my money, one of the best players in the B.LEAGUE, and he's if he doesn't get the best sixth man of the year, I don't know who could get it, because if you look at his numbers, consistently in double digits, shoots at a good clip as well. Season, shooting at 48.8% from the floor overall for the season. Shoots 85.7% from the line, 37.8% from deep, 48.8%. Overall, so it's been a great season for him, and here he is catching it down low and scoring. He had 21 against Ibaraki earlier this season. So he hasn't exploded for that huge game yet, but numerous times he's anywhere from 17 to 20, 21 points. So he is a model of consistency coming off the bench, bringing toughness and probably offers a lot more in the offense, in the scoring department than Mayton. Second quarter underway, and Yoshi with the foul. He was really getting out there, getting physical. Drew gets it into the paint, misses. Luther battles, and it's Williams with the rebound. Sasaki back in the game. Dudzinski. We got to guard those two guys. That's a lot of work. Here's Sasaki, steps back for three, and this time he's short. And finished it with the long rebound. 21 apiece. And Williams might have gotten away with a trip as Kineshika falls to the hardwood. I don't think it was intentional. That's why they didn't blow it. Here's Luther from downtown, and it's well short. Sasaki, Dudzinski, a meter behind the arc. This time it's long. Heat check for David Dudzinski. Drew, nice pass. And get it back outside. Three-pointer. Oh, gotta knock that one down. Such good offense. Good passing by Vladimir Darun on that play. And if you're Coach Fujita, it's a little bit of frustration because you've you've worked for the good shot and you missed the wide open three. And Waba back in the game.
Defense.
21 apiece. What's going to happen if Sanin take the lead and get a little cushion? How will this Osaka team be able to respond? Here's Yoshi, and that was long, so I think they're doing them a favor by putting up so many jumpers. Good job passing the basketball again. If they're working it well, you got to say they're unselfish basketball in soccer right now. They're not getting the reward in the last couple of possessions. Kinoshita, that was the right idea, but the help defense from Sasaki came over and knocked it out of Luther's hands. I'm not sure that last pass was well advised. A shot on the baseline. Good looking play from the 27-year-old Maki. And Hayato Maki with the bucket makes it 23-21. And Waba has been relatively quiet so far. Not this man, Sasaki. Open for three, and again it's long, so he's missed two in a row now. And the foul call, Sasaki has to be careful. Doesn't want to show up the ref. You can see the ref, the look from him, and you can certainly appreciate why Sasaki was disappointed with that call. I mean, in fairness, he did have his left hand on the back, but the way this game has been called, you wouldn't think that one would be. Kinoshita has it. Over to Garoon. Drives in. Garoon's playing some good basketball, but doesn't come away with points there. And he has to, being the big fella that he is. He was the tree. Here's Nwaba. Nice pass, Sasaki, and Brzezinski misses again. And you keep giving him shots, they're going to knock him down. Suya drills it. Moves in front. Garoon has it. Oh. And Garoon called for the travel. And that's a difficult play for Garoon. I mean, if he was able to catch it and keep the basketball up, he's not going to travel. And unfortunately, he just wasn't able to get a clean handle, and he took the ball down. I think he probably had the little touch pass available if he had been able to catch it. So Bond's back in the game, and he gives you more options offensively to be able to create his own shot. Also, Yanti Mate comes back into the game, the enforcer, to watch his battle with Vladimir Garoon. Nice pass, Yanti Mate. Maiden nowhere to go, turns around, soft shot, not there, and Waba with the rebound. Outside to Sasaki for three, rattles out, and Yanti Maten, the big fella, puts it up and in. Bonds into the corner. Kinoshita. Good. Just what they needed. You don't want the Santa NEOPHOENIX team to get any separation. And then Waba just easily takes it in. That's two layups right at the rim in a row. This time on the fast break. Whip to the corner, and the lefty knocks it down. Good looking shot from Leo. Yanti Maten pulls his way down and gets fouled by Garoon. Well, this is the third consecutive possession where they've been able to get the basketball down low. They've been operating a lot out on the perimeter, but a couple of moves. One offensive rebound and put back by this man. Now he's at the free throw line. You also had Nwaba get down on the break. And Yanti Mason misses with the first.
OSAKA EVESSA.
Here's Parks. Oh, is that a Euro step? Parks showing some nice agility getting into the lane. We're back to a 2-point advantage. And dangerous pass. On two, not there. Yu taps it over to Nwaba, who scored on the putback, and he's fouled. So timeout on the court, and Nwaba sits down. It's funny if you go to the Santa and NEOPHOENIX website, and they really get involved, some descriptions, some quick questions for the players who have their answers, and he describes his personality, and Nwaba is gentle and calm, and you can see that at times on the court, but he also describes catchphrases that describe the player as a slasher who uses his extraordinary abilities to toy with his opponents. He's had some big games. I mean, he had 26 yesterday. He had 21 before that against Effie Nagoya, Fighting Eagles Nagoya. Before that, 17 against Sunrocker Shibuya. And he is now going to the free throw line where he's a 68.7% shooter. So you've got to be ready to box out if you are Osaka. No guarantees on this one. They spent some time in the NBA. 70 games with Chicago in 2017-18 season. 20 games with the Lakers in 2016-17. 51 with Cleveland 2018-19. And here he is concluding the three-point play. 20 games with Brooklyn 2019-20. He also had a couple of seasons with the Rockets where he played 30 and 46 games respectively before heading overseas. Luther in the paint. They pass it around. Ora has it. And down low it goes to Yanti Maton, and he is fouled by Parks, who's going to offer to help up Yanti Maton. Yanti Maton gives him the glare. He says, "You're going to foul me like that?" And then ask if you can help me up. Watch this. That's almost an unsportsmanlike. I think if they challenge If they were to challenge, oh, they called the foul on Luther.
シュートモーションに対するファウルのため3ゲームに2ショット与えら
I
れ
mean,
ます
I think Yanti Maton complains a lot, but I think on that play, he has every reason to complain. He got absolutely hammered by Parks, and yet they called a foul on Luther. If they had called the foul on Parks and they looked at it, they might have called that an unsportsmanlike. As it is, Yanti Maton goes to the free throw line. A couple, and makes the first.
さあもう一回いきましょう。ハギセンディフェンス。
He hasn't shot it well, and this is why they wanted him on the line rather than get the layup. 55.6% on the season. You know, and I think he knows it. Kind of the hack-and-shack approach. But he looked very good on those two free throws. And so far today, he's looked really good at the stripe. So he's 3 of 4. 2. Again. They're back for a 1-point lead for Santa and NEOPHOENIX. Santa and starting to establish their interior game on offense. Here's Ryan Luther. Started by Suya. Oh boy, he is pushed. No call. Boy. They're really getting physical. Great help. Excellent work. And then Dazinski gets it and then tries to pass it over to Suya. That was all Lito. Great effort by number 22. And those are the types of plays that you're going to have to make. Those extra effort plays if you want to beat a team that has won 29 games already this season. Vladimir Grun back in the game. Here's Parks. That's his spot, but it's short. We'll settle for that anytime. Pass to the wing, driving in, and the layup is good from Wakugawa. 20-year-old, really looking like a solid player. Remember that name, Hayato Wakugawa.
OSAKA EVESSA.
He has been a part of that Japanese national team setup at youth level, and you just wonder maybe if he's going to get a call-up by Tom Hovass at some point in the next couple of seasons. Maybe go to camp. Here's the three-pointer. Oh! Almost went in for Lito, but there's the putback by Garun and a foul. Well, Garun has been really good today. Really impressed by his contribution. If you get a big fella that can do this, he was unlucky not to score that. Who gives you rebounding, you know, just does the dirty work, gives you some rim protection, who passes it well, who's unselfish, who's crashing the boards. This is what you like out of this guy. 3 fouls on Yanti Maton as well, so frustration continues for Yanti Maton, who's going to have to go sit down. You can hardly believe it in a game where the game has been so physical, and really there haven't been that many fouls called, and now he's on the bench. So he has got every reason to be a little bit miffed. So Vladimir Grun at the line. There's big number 52. There's from Ukraine. Played his college basketball at Portland. Breaks the free throw.
He's hit.
Oh boy. Dangerous pass to get away with it. Here's Nwaba. Oh, great read. Excellent work by Suzuki. And those are the plays, you know, when we look at the stats before the game, and you look, you know, you see the scoring, you see the shooting percentages, you see the assists, but what you don't see sometimes is the effort on defense and how disruptive a player can be. Here's a long three, and that misses. And fortunately for Garun, and fortunately for OSAKA, The long three-pointer did not hit the rim, so the shot clock didn't reset. And Dudzinski, they got to really figure out how to keep him off the glass, because he is a problem.
OSAKA EVESSA.
Good work, and paint. Get rid of it. You're knocking it away. Lito to the corner. Now Matt Bonds. They share it. Oh, great block by Nwaba. And a foul at midcourt prevents Nwaba from attacking. Great block. So then Maki was got to understand who he's trying to score against. That was really good defense from that man in Nwaba, getting a block shot on the three-pointer. He was cognizant of the fact that the shot clock was winding down. Here's Dudzinski. Here's the drive. And goes out of bounds.
That's my rebound.
Osaka driving in, fearless. Had that great start to the game. Nice bounce pass to Dudzinski. Look at the bounce pass. That's the fundamental. Great work, but great defense, great recovery in the end. And Lito's progress impeded. Passes it back outside the Parks. My goodness, they're letting him foul. They're letting him get away with everything. Just grabbing Parks. Here's Bonds. Takes it deep. And Bonds stuck with it. Great work. I gotta tell you, of all the games I've done this season in the B-League, it really feels like the refs are just letting them play. I mean, that was close. Watch this. And that was good defense. No, that was good defense in the end. In live action, it looked like it was a little more physical. Matt Bond saying he got hit in the head. So timeout with 1:15 remaining, 37-36, Osaka EVESSA on top. And I think what you're worried about in this game, if you're Osaka, is that eventually San In, we've already seen it in the second quarter, they make a decision, a concerted effort to get the basketball inside. And how are you going to stop Dudzinski, Yanti Maton, and even Nwaba when they get going? They are tough. So Sasaki brings it up the court, guarded closely by Parks. Gets it to Dudzinski. Here's Dudzinski. I think Dudzinski, okay, so he's going to have the ball thrown away into the hands of Bonds. Here's Parks, gets it back to Bonds. gets it back to Parks. Good recovery from Osaka, who lead by 1. A chance to go up by 3, maybe 4. It's going to be a 2 if it drops. It doesn't. Maki missing it at the strike. Oh, Max Euro step from Iwaba. And that's where Maki, I think, not convinced that was the best shot. Be a little bit more patient on offense because it leads to this opportunity. Very quick move to the basket from Iwaba puts his team back in front. So missed opportunity after the turnover. Well, Nwaba's kind of not forcing it today. He's kind of letting the game come to him and still making a big impact. 7 points, a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds, block, a steal. You know, he will end up in double digits. That's not in question. It's just how many will he get? And again, he has been relatively patient. But you would expect maybe an explosion from him in that third, maybe even fourth quarter. And Bond, it's just a tough take. He has really been excellent today. They need somebody to step up in their team if they're going to combat this terrific sat-in outfit, and Matt Bonds has been up to it in the first half. 12 points. So this is something they haven't stopped. If they do get him to pass it back outside, you misses the 3, and you know, I think technically that's what you should do for Dudzinski, but on the other hand, when you see the end result, you're probably regretting the fact that you didn't go straight back up with it. It's 39-38, Osaka leading San and NEOPHOENIX at halftime.
OSAKAチアダンススクール B.LEAGUE によるパフォーマンスをご覧いただきます。じゃあコメントを紹介していきましょう。大阪エベッサチアダンススクール B.LEAGUE です。大阪エベッサの勝利を願って一生懸命踊ります。皆さん一緒に盛り上がっていきましょうとのことです。それではいきましょう。3、2、1、GO BEATS! 大阪エベッサチアダンススクール B2 の皆さんでした。ありがとうございます。さてこのお時間では株式会社ハマテックプレゼンツハーフタイムアトラクションフリースロー対決を行いたいと思います。さあもう水本さんもね一緒に盛り上げてすでに盛り上げていただいております。よろしくお願いします。それではね早速参加者の皆さんご登場いただきましょう。どうぞ中に入ってきてください。
拍手をお願いします。
さあ本日は事前にね選ばれた5名の皆さんによる梨田チームと株式会社ハマテックの5名の皆さんのヨッシーチームによるフリースロー対決になります。さあルールは1人2本ずつフリースローを打っていただき入った合計の多いチームが勝利となります。勝利したチームの皆さんには1万円分の商品券お一人ずつプレゼントいたしますので皆さん頑張ってください。では再びじゃあ意気込みを昨日に引き続きお伺いしましょう。どうでしょう。
今日ハマテックのチームが勝てばね SNS のフォロワーがぐんと上がると思うんでうちの特攻隊長から一言あると思うんで大人げなく絶対勝ちま
拍手をください。
大人げなく勝つやってください。それではナショナルチームどうぞ。
はい、意気込みお願いします。
頑張って勝ちます。
拍手をください。
純粋
頑張って勝ちます。
じゃあそれではそれぞれちょっとねこちらの方にじゃあもう僕のせーのでスタートで皆さんまずは第一投していただきますよ。準備はいいですか皆さん。それでいきますよ。スタート。
オッケーいこう。
惜しい
惜しい。
特攻隊長
俺は
大人げないけど
うろうろする時間。
惜しかったね
水本はうろうろする時間。頑張れ。どっちの多いとかじゃなく水本はうろうろする時間。写真とか
ちょっとでしたね。
撮っててほしい。頑張れ。
オッケー
頑張って。
惜しかった
水本これ何もすることない時間です。頑張って。前までね俺も打ってたんですけども頑張ってみんな応援してあげて。水本見る。来い。
ちょっと待って。まだそっち向こう行っぱいね。
そう、いいじゃん。どうなってる？どうなってる？
これはどうなるか。うわー。
スーパーサンダース君どうなってる？
ということで、終わりますね。ナショナルチームは？
はい、こちら2本入りました。
こちらが0日本ということで、ナショナルチーム勝利となります。
めっちゃすごい。めっちゃすごい。
1万円分の商品券。
めっちゃすごい。
はい、こちらお一人ずつ。
めっちゃすごい。
プレゼントがあります。ありがとうございます。じゃあ皆さんね、これ記念撮影を行いますんで、コートの中央にお集まりください。
ずっと可愛い。ずっと。
可愛いですね。
ずっと見てますけど。
さあどうですか。準備ができたら僕合図を送りますんでね。笑顔で。
それで僕入ってていいかな。
入ってください。
入ってていいですか。
じゃあそれでいきますよ。
はい、
3、2、1、GO！ ありがとうございました。
皆さん本当に素晴らしい。
ありがとうございました。
素晴らしいシュートです。本当に。
皆さんに大きな拍手お願いします。
大きな拍手お願いします。
ということで以上、もしかしたらハーテックプレゼンツハーフタイムアトラクションフリースロー対決でした。
水本まだ折っていいですね。まだ折っていいですね。水本まだいます。水本はまだいます。
さあ続いてサントリーサンバーズの同日開催ということで、せっかく選手の皆さんにお越しいただいてますので、サンバーズの選手の皆さんにシュートチャレンジしていただきたいと思います。さあ挑戦していただく選手の方にご登場いただきましょう。21番高橋瑠衣選手、12番高橋芽選手、よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。ルイさんとランさん、嘘。うわすごい。
めちゃめちゃ見事な。何やねんそれ。何やねんそれ。
ちょっと待って。ちょっとごめん。ゆるキャラが蹴ったらあかんって。な、じゃあスーパーサンバー彼ちょっとそこ悪いねんな、ずっと悪いですよそこが。
それではね、ちょっとせっかくなんで来ていただきます。まずはじゃあ高橋藍選手にこれまでの試合見ていかがですか。今日の試合。
いや非常に面白くて、またバレーボールと違ってテンポがすごい速いので、本当に楽しませてもらってます。はい、素晴らしい試合ありがとうございます。
はい。瑠衣選手、バスケット経験はございます？
ないです。
ない。
はい。高校3年間東山でバレーやってたんですけど、東山もバスケ強いので、横で見てました。
じゃあこの後フリースローやっていただきますが、ぜひ
頑張ります。
決めていただいて、勝利に導いてほしいと思います。そしてですね、お一人1本ずつフリースロー挑戦いただき、入ったらですね、サンバーズロゴ付きミニボールとエベッサミニボールを10球客席の皆さんにお二人から投げ込んでいただきます。さあそれでは早速じゃあ瑠衣選手から挑戦していただきましょうかね。じゃあこちらの方に。
なんかやっぱちょっとバレーとバスケは若干違うもんですかね、やっぱり。
そうですね、違いますね。常にコート内にあるんですけど、バスケットボール。
そうですよね、バレーとバスケは。
このラインから大丈夫です。じゃあもうご自身のタイミングでいきます。どうしよう。こっちでコール出した方がいいですか。いきますか。じゃあそれでは行きましょう。瑠衣選手お願いします。
お願いします。来い。
決まった。素晴らしい。すごい。じゃあ続いて藍選手も
すごいプレッシャー。
瑠衣選手すごいな。
よっしゃ。すごい。
じゃあ藍選手もここで決めていただきましょう。それでは行きましょう。藍選手どうぞ。うわでもめちゃめちゃ
見てない。ちょっとごめんなさい。見てない。すいません。ちょっと目つぶってて。打ちました。今打ってないですよね。今
打ってない。
まだ打ってない。
まだ打ってないですよね。今打ってないと思う人拍手お願いします。あれ？打ってないですよね。打ってないですよね。打ってない。
藍選手どうぞ。
いやあれです
でもこれせっかくなので、サンバーズロゴ付きミニボールとエベッサミニボール10球、じゃあ皆さんに投げ込んでいただきますのでよろしくお願いします。
やった。
皆さんアピールは自責ですよ。立たないで自責の方でアピールお願いします。じゃあでは2人投げ込んでください。よろしくお願いします。自責ですよ。自責でお願いいたします。もう投げ込み終わったかな。自責でアピールお願いします。さあありがとうございました。サントリーサンバーズ大阪。
うわこれいいな。
まだいきますね。まだ投げていきますね。それでは自責でアピールですよ。自責で。さあ高橋瑠衣選手、そして高橋藍選手。今日はこれフリースローチャレンジに挑戦していただきまして、じゃあ惜しくもね入らなかったんですが、ここに投げ込んでいただいております。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
高橋瑠衣選手、高橋藍選手のフリースローチャレンジでした。お二人に大きな拍手をお送りください。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。
ここでグランプリサッカー員に抽選に当たるホテルセールスイートルーム賞の発表です。オフィシャルスポンサーの東大阪石切温泉ホテルセール様よりスイートルームペア宿泊券をプレゼントいただいております。 選された方は2階正面付近のクラブメッサカウンターまでお越しください。
大阪エベッサをサポートしていただいておりますオフィシャルパートナー様をご紹介いたします。ダイヤモンドパートナーヒューマンホールディングス、藤井組、山本商事、プラチナパートナー緊張、エゴザル、光の国。
39-38, Osaka EVESSA on top of San and NEOPHOENIX at halftime. Here are some of the highlights that shows us how he got to this point. Sasaki, who we highlighted at the beginning of the game as a key player, boy did he play like it. He came out on fire. Vladimir Garoon establishing himself as a real factor in this game, also in that first quarter. But look at Sasaki, hits the three, then he follows that up with a drive to the basket. Ended up scoring 8 points in the first quarter. Ray Parks, the Gilas man, stroking the three-pointer. And Yati Maton finds Sasaki again, his three-pointer. 2 of 6 from 3, cooled off after that. Matt Bonds has been really important for the team, providing them some scoring early on. Lito, nice appearance coming off the bench. Jasinski just came out like a house on fire. I mean, he was just playing like the best player in the world when he entered the game. Three-pointers, dunks, just controlling the paint, getting position for rebounds. Vladimir Garoon, though, has given this team what they needed today with his inside presence. This is where it's going to hurt you, though, whether it's offensive rebounds to get those second opportunities or turnovers, but so far, Osaka, who fell in the game yesterday, have been able to stay with it. They haven't lost their confidence. They've come out and they've played like a team that came into this game with a 17-17 record. You know, they've won a lot of games and they still have their chances. That they're going to have to beat a good team, though, and Waba scoring with a little turnaround. Also got fouled on that play. And look at this, Garoon, again, doing Vladimir Garoon things. Offensive rebounds, putbacks. This is a danger man right here. And Wabi scored 26 points yesterday. He has allowed the game to come to him. He hasn't forced things. But the good sign for Osaka is that their players are playing to their strengths. Matt Bonds has really shown some leadership. Signed in just 10 of 17 inside the arc, 5 less makes than Osaka. So Osaka really working, getting some good shots. They've got one more three, but look at the difference. The free throw line, signed in 6 of 7. And Yati Maton, who usually struggles at the free throw line, has been really good today at the line. 3 of 4 from the stripe, and Wakugawa also 2 of 2. And Waba made his only free throw attempt. 24 points in the paint as well for Osaka, compared to 18 for Sanin. And you look at the scoring leaders, but I would think it's going to be interesting to see that stat by the end of the game, because my thinking is that they're going to try to start dominating a little bit more in the paint on offense, and we'll see if Osaka are able to contend with that. Jasinski has 11 points, Sasaki has 8, and Waba has 7. Yati Maton 5, and Wakugawa 4 for San and NEOPHOENIX, who are coached by Atsushi Ono. And when you come into this game and you look at the overall standings and you see the position of San In coming in with 29 wins and just 4 defeats, they are far and away the favorites in this game, and they must feel like they've already got one foot in the playoffs. Anyway, we've got the key players that we highlighted before the game, Suzuki and Sasaki. And from a scoring standpoint, certainly Sasaki has gotten it done. You do have the 2 assists by Suzuki, and also Suzuki doing a good job being disruptive on defense. It's not just always about scoring. It's about running the team. It's about making your presence felt on the defensive end. And sometimes it's those intangibles that might not stand out on the score sheet, but when you watch the game, you can see the importance of the players. So Ono and Fujita matching wits like a chess match, and we've got 20 minutes to go. So these 2 guys being nice to each other in a physical game. The referees have let them play. We'll see if that continues. Suzuki picks up the dribble. Dangerous play. Matt Bonds. He likes to match up against Suzuki. Doesn't stop him. He passes outside. The 3-point shot. Short. And those are the makes. Those are the attempts. Maki needs to drill that one. 3-pointer right to the other end. Oh boy, look out. Suya with another one. This is second of the game, and it's 41-39 San-In. Here's Bonds. Great work. Great effort on the glass. Garun keeping it alive. Another chance. Surely they need to go inside. They've missed a couple now. Oh. Suzuki goes behind the back. Here's Parks from deep. He had to get it up because the shot clock was winding down. So maybe a little bit of a worrying start here to the second half. Not for the reasons that I said in terms of attacking in that low post, but a couple of misses. The defense from San-In has been good. And Waba tempted, but instead hands it off to Yoshi, who spins, puts it up in the paint, and doesn't go. But look at Dzezinski. How does Dzezinski rebound as well as he does? He is an expert at getting position. They just cannot keep him off the glass. He is unbelievable. And even Dzezinski having words with Fujita. Dzezinski, starting the second half, had 6 rebounds. Here's a 3-point shot, and this time Suya misses, so a reprieve for Osaka. Well, it was Bonds that kind of carried the torch early. Who's it going to be now? Maki. They might give it to him. They will, and, well, he does make him pay. And he proves me wrong. 5 points from Maki. Young Japan International. Played at the 2023 FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup. Nice rejection from Parks. And those are the... And Waba and Fujita appealing for unsportsmanlike. He can do the head coach's challenge if he really believes it. I mean, it's a clear foul. I'm not sure it's unsportsmanlike, but if you really believe it, use your challenge. Use your head coach's challenge, but Fujita's going to wait. Maybe he knew it deep down inside it wasn't. Oh, nice play, Suzuki, but great block by Sasaki. And Sasaki with the foul on Nwaba. Excuse me, Suzuki with the foul on Nwaba. And you can just feel with that move right there that Nwaba is tired of waiting around. He's really going to start, David Nwaba is going to start imposing himself. Here's Dzezinski. Great work. Garun not able to get the rebound, and another chance. Osaka leading by 1 after the Maki 3-pointer. And Waba for 3. Long. And when I say impose himself, I say it more from a standpoint of driving to the basket and not putting up threes. And if you're Osaka, you'd rather him be outside. There is not a good finish by Parks, and it leads to an open floor move, and Waba drives in and scores and is fouled. Got to foul him before that. Otherwise, you just got to give it to him. 3 fouls on Suzuki. Kinoshita is going to come into the game. Kinoshita, in some ways, might be a better matchup in this game because of his length, his size. He's a combo guard, can play the point, can play the 2. And Iwaba showing signs of taking off. Scores the 3-point play for Nwaba. He's got 10 points. And some full court pressure to get it to Kinoshita. Now to get it to Bonds. It opens up. And maybe, well, I was going to say not the best decision to go into that press. Oh, look at that. But it opens up another break opportunity for Nwaba. He's got 12 points. And really, that's more of a missed opportunity for Osaka because they beat the press and it gave them a good look inside. They just didn't score. And then they pay the price at the other end. It's just a matter of making your shots, and they've missed their last couple of shots. Parks with the drive, and then they missed the layup, and they get punished severely, giving up 5 points. Fujita actually born in San Francisco, 1986. University of Hawaii at Hilo. So he's in Japan. And good work, Kinoshita. And then Garun gets inside. That is all effort. All effort. Kinoshita. Back to a 2-point game. Here's Nwaba. And with this crazy move, able to get it back to Sasaki. Yoshi calls the play. Sasaki drives in and gets rejected by Vladimir Garun. Great work by him. He hasn't played perfect basketball, but he has done the things he needs to do to keep his team close. Look at this. He saw the drive and a great reaction. It really felt like during that last time out that Fujita was more concerned about keeping his team's self-belief up, really encouraging them, telling them they could do it rather than doing anything tactically. Here's a 3-pointer. Oh my! Big time 3-pointer from Ura. First 3 of the game. 5-point advantage. Tricky time now for Osaka. And yeah, you want to get the ball into Bond's hands. Here he is. Takes the drive. Vladimir Garun again, and good defense. Ura knocking it out of his hands. And another break opportunity. Dudzinski with the dunk, and we're just seeing the might of Sanin NEOPHOENIX right now, just overpowering this Osaka EVESSA team. They've got to cut down on those fast break opportunities. Here's Parks laying it up and in. Good move from Parks. that over-aggressive defense, you're going to have to drive to the basket, but you've got to make them. And they hadn't been making them, but Parks does finally make one. And now they've got to lock down in this half court. Wakagawa in the game, asking for the basketball. He's going to put it up for three, and that is long. And fortunately for Osaka, they're going to get the basketball back. From a rebounding standpoint, they're giving away some opportunities at this end, and the rebounding is being dominated by San-In. 32 rebounds to 19 for Osaka, so bear that in mind. And they've also got 12 offensive rebounds. So that has been a huge issue for the home team today. Ryan Luther back in the game. He pops out. Kinoshita. Yeah, finally they call a foul. Wakugawa, his hands wrapping up. Ryan Luther. Wakugawa, you can't give him a bear hug. Look at this. Right here. This is not allowed. But I think one of the issues is because the referees have let him play early on in the game, not calling too much. You get a foul like that. They've only called 7 fouls in San-In today, and they called 11 on Osaka. So they have definitely let him play. Bonds, a meter behind the arc, that was wrong. Great rebound, Luther, and he is fouled on the putback. Fouled by number 15, Yu. Did a great job here getting it and then going straight back up. And that's okay if you're Yu. You don't get the rebound, you make him earn it at the free throw line. So Ryan Luther goes to the free throw line, where this season he shoots at a 75.2% clip and misses the first. Wow, this is both, but he gets it back. Luther drives in and scores. Well, it doesn't matter if you get the 2 points on the possession. You'd rather miss the second if you know you're going to get the rebound and score. And he does, so it's back to a 3-point game. And just quite possibly here, a little bit of a recovery. They need to get a stop here. That'll really boost their confidence. Yanti Mason drives in and is fouled right at the line. So the whistle's starting to blow a little bit more. Yanti Mason, good move by the big fella, and definitely hacked. Hacked by Lito. They can commit one more foul as well before they put him on the free throw line. Here's Nwaba, and you might want to foul. Nope, he's going to pass it to Yu. Doesn't catch it cleanly, gets it back. Ura has it, shot clock about to expire. Ura has to get it up. He does. And look at the offensive rebound continuing to be a problem for this Osaka team. If you can't get the rebound, you're not going to win. What's the point of getting a stop if you don't get the rebound? And that is where this San NEOPHOENIX team has really, really hurt them. Pan International Yoshi back in the game. This will give and go off the inbounds. A 3-point shot, no good. Another offensive rebound. This one by Yu. He misses, and he is fouled on the putback at 10th. Excuse me, not Yu, Wakumaga. Wakugawa, excuse me. So Wakugawa with the offensive rebound. That one a little bit harder to get if you're on the defensive end. But just on this trip down the floor, they've had about 5 offensive rebounds. They now have 20 defensive rebounds, and I think it's 14 offensive rebounds. First one, no good, from Wakugawa, the youngster, the 20-year-old. And he does make the second. Kinoshita hustles up the floor. Ryan Luther a long way out. And the foul on the putback. And well, you want to push it down the floor quickly to get this? I don't know. I found Nwaba with the push on Bonds. Oh, come on. Clear push from behind the left hand. You do get a lot of physicality in that low post. Sometimes you wonder if it's going to be called. If it's not, but when it's a push like that, the referee's going to call it. Ryan Luther catches the inbounds. Big possession. I think they really want to get something going to the basket. Here is Parks. Nice bounce pass. Luther gets it back. He's going to go up. Tough take, tough defense. Yante Maton wins the battle. My goodness. He wasn't going to give anything away. Three-pointer from Urna, and he misses. But again, another offensive rebound. This one by Maui gets rejected. Maton by Ryan Luther. Giving some of his own medicine back. Look at this. It's not often that Yante Maton encounters this. Luther, having faced that tough rim protection at the other end, comes up with the same result on defense. And Luther going for the steal. Great job getting the basketball. Yante Maton. Shot clock winding down. They got to get it up. Yante Maton, a little wraparound. Great defense at the end by Parks for the second time, getting a huge block. They might not be able to get many rebounds, but they are working hard on defense. And I think Yoshi thought he was going to have an easy take. Parks a couple of times, huge plays, and now the pass. I think the ball is knocked away out of Kinoshita's hands. Nice little fast break, and Parks again with the terrific defense. His third block of the game. Ray Shopswater Parks at your service. Look at this. He may have gotten him on the hand. No, that is a clean block. 100%. Excellent defense. Yoshi appealing. And clearly trying to convince the referee that he got fouled, and that was all ball. Great defense, Bonds. 18 on the shot clock, and really the only thing that's keeping this team in the game right now for Osaka is the fact that they are hustling on this end of the court, getting their hands, being disruptive. But the problem is they can't get the ball. So you're back in the game. Sasaki has it. Oh, near mid-court, pushing him way out. And Yoshi for three and knocks it down. Great work by Yoshi. Sticks with it. Now the lead is 7. 12 minutes and change left in the game. Kinoshita to Bonds. And Bonds drives in. Well, I like the move. He just didn't finish. He needed to lay it better off the glass. Here's Yante Maton. Oh, he gets pushed by Luther. And the bucket for Judzinski, who got pushed. Again here, Maton. This is good work. Couldn't really tell. They called the foul on Bonds. So Judzinski with a chance to take it up to a 10-point lead. Judzinski trying to convince the referees They're not being even on both ends of the court, but I'm not so sure. I think they're actually, you know, they sent the message early on they're going to let them play, and maybe on that one they didn't, but good job running the baseline to inbound the basketball. Suzuki. Maybe a little bit of a mismatch. He can go past Yoshi. They switch. They get it back to Luther, who drives in. He goes for the dunk, and he gets rejected by Mayton. And then Yanti Mayton drives in, powers his way up. Oh my. That exchange right. Another turnover right out of the timeout. Sasaki drives in. And the wheels are starting to come off now for Osaka. And getting a very good understanding of why this Santa NEOPHOENIX team is just so difficult to beat. And now the defense, and that is a mistake by Maki not getting it across midcourt in time. Defensively, especially the rejection of Luther on his dunk attempt. Yanti Mayton, Dudzinski, just powerhouse front court. And then when you add Nwaba to the mix and you add Suya hitting the threes, you add Sasaki with his ability to score inside and out and to score off the dribble. Dudzinski. Charge. They're going to blow the whistle. It's an elbow to the face from Dudzinski to Bonds. If they challenge this, they could very well get it unsportsmanlike. I'm not saying that they will, but it might be worth a gamble at this stage. I think Fujita, yeah, he's going to say, go look at it. This is a good gamble. I mean, Fujita is asking why the unsportsmanlike wasn't called with the elbow, but you have to discern whether or not it was intentional or whether it was just in the normal run of play. He's hoping that he gets this call because it could be big. You get 2 free throws, then you get possession.
Osaka からヘッドコーチチャレンジが入りました。先ほどの23番ダジンスキー選手のファウルのグレードを確認いたします。しばらくお待ちください。
Oh, I think they're going to call an unsportsmanlike easily. That's not even close. Dudzinski swinging his I don't think that's a basketball move. And Fujita was right on it from the very beginning. So full marks to him. And I think he probably has a point. I think the refs, maybe it was a little bit harder, or they didn't have the right angle, but I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike. If it's not, I'm not sure I would agree with it. So let's see. Wow, I am really surprised. And I think Fujita is as well. Yeah, I just don't agree with it, but I mean, you know, they're saying it's a natural movement, and I just don't think as a player, you just can't allow a player to flail and swing his arms that way. It's dangerous. And Bonds that got the worst of that. So instead of a potential 5-point, you know, trip down the floor, they're going to have to try to score in normal play. The only good thing right now for Osaka is they've still got time, but they have got to do a better job rebounding. Parks comes out and hits the three. Well, that was a big play. Parks has done well. No complaints with his performance today. He's been terrific, especially on defense. Big problem has been rebounding. So 6-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. And Dzięcki catches it, misses. Oh, they took it early. They've got time. So that was a mistake. Now Parks has it. He's got to get it. Yep, he does to Garoon. And the three-point shot. Boy, that would have been huge. But Maki doesn't make it. And at the end, the three, 62-51, San NEOPHOENIX on top of OSAKA EVESSA. So this is a play right at the end of the quarter where, you know, Dzięcki, if he had to do it again, maybe wouldn't have taken it so soon. As we look at Vladimir Garoon, but they did not give up points. And here they're inbounding it, and I think it's, if anything, if you're Osaka now, you just got to go out and die for the cause. You got to really, whatever happens, you have to compete. You have to battle. You have to be mad that you didn't get the unsportsmanlike foul on the elbow. But you also have to play under control, and you simply cannot continue to give away rebounds at this end of the court. You've got to grab all those that are available. Shannon, remember, leading scoring team in the entire B-League, and Dzięcki comes right out and sets the tone here in the fourth quarter. He's got 19. Bonds short, and the rebound. Sasaki just mesmerizing on that drive.
大阪3回目のタイムアウトです。
So Fujita has to call a timeout 40 seconds into the fourth quarter. After they fall 5 points further behind.
Boom. Back screen. Okay, what we're looking for is a home run pass. Sa 第4クォーター後半再開となります。さあまだまだ時間あります。さあ力を合わせ逆転。そして勝利していきましょう。さあここからもどんどん声出ししていきましょう。
Coming right out and off. That's that's very close to goal interference. The ball looked like it might have gone off the backboard, but they're going to give him the block. Great hustle back for Sat-In, who are just threatening to lower the boom in this fourth quarter. And another three-pointer is good from Wakugawa. And it has gone horribly wrong here at the beginning of the fourth. Just 8 quick points to start the quarter. And Bonds throws it away. Sasaki dives in for another layup. 72-51. Pulls up and didn't challenge Mayton in the end. Kuczynski from three. They have hit 4 threes, I believe, now in this fourth quarter. 3 or 4. And just running away with it. Sat-In. Closing in on win number 30. And now you just got to tip your hat. I mean, they're by far the superior team in this game. Garoon. Swing it. Maki. And all this while the man that scored 26 points yesterday and Waba is resting on the bench. You may not even see him again today. On the foul on Garoon. It's almost an unsportsmanlike on Garoon because he was kind of holding his opponent, not allowing him to go after the basketball. He's probably fortunate. It's going to be a miracle now if they can come back. That's all they could do to stay close. Yanti Mayton, they pass it around. All stolen by Bonds. And here's Parks. Gets it to the corner. And another miss. And, you know, Yanti Mayton's hustle back on defense that prevented Parks from even attempting a shot there. Kuczynski from downtown. And a foul call down low. And they're just really overpowering Takagi. It gives away a lot of inches. Oh, I was wrong, and Waba has checked back into the game. I was saying, oh, look at this. Inbound pass. How in the world did they get away with not giving up a layup? Kagi, not interested. Here's Luther at the stripe. I think when we look back at this game, it's a 22-point difference. No, we didn't have a timeout. Luther finding the open spot. He turns and makes it. 6:16 remaining, 22-point difference. And I'm only assuming that Ono right now is telling his guys, listen, let's just, we're not going to rush here. Let's use time on the shot clock. So again, you look at Sanin's recent results and just victory after victory after victory, and it's almost certain they're going to get a sweep and win for the 15th consecutive time here in the B-League. Really kind of sending out a message to the rest of the league that they are the team to beat. But remember, they had that great regular season in 2023, 2024, and then against Hiroshima Dragonflies, lost in the quarterfinals. And really, I don't think all is lost for this team, for OSAKA. I mean, you're playing the best team. And quite right, Fujita wants his team to come out and compete for the full 40 minutes. Let's see what happens. Here's Yanti Maton. They get it to Nwaba. Well, they knew the press was coming, and they dissected it. And Nwaba now with 14 points. Luther. Turnover. 22 points for Dudzinski, meanwhile, is a new season high for him. And Yoshi drives in and scores and takes it up to a 26-point lead. Now the turnover, and this is just getting ugly here for the home team. I think really you go back, and good defense, Matt Bonds stealing it. Pass intended for Yanti Maton. And Parks there for the follow. Bonds warning a foul, doesn't get it. Just a lot of good from Sanin, that's all you can say. Sasaki came out, played very well at the beginning, gave him a spark. They played with a lot of energy on defense. Dudzinski, when he came in, their level just went up 5 notches. He was taking the inbound pass just because he did so many things well. And he's got 9 rebounds to go with his 22 points. And then Yanti Maton really picked it up in that third quarter. Oh boy, Nwaba not giving anything away. Terrific defense. And that's what you like. Oh, look at this. And they get another easy one. Yoshi. And that's what you like if you're sat in, if you're a fan or you're the coach and you see your team up so big and then you still see the likes of Nwaba going out and playing that kind of defense. That means you guys are locked in, playing hard. Nice no-look pass for it as well. Look at that. Yoshi over there sitting down, huffing and puffing. Just illustrates again how hard they're playing. Well, Osaka are going to have Koshigaya Alphas their next couple of games next weekend, February 8th and 9th. So that's definitely a couple of winnable games for them as they look to get back on track. And then after the international break, they'll have a couple against Shimane Susono Magic, and then again against Shiga Lake Stars. And meanwhile, if you are wondering about San and NEOPHOENIX, who's going to draw the short straw to have to play them next week? Well, their next two games are going to be against Saga Ballooners. Got a couple at Saga Ballooners. And then after the international break on March 1st, they'll take on Akita Northern Happiness March 1st and March 2nd. Then they'll have Yokohama the Corsairs, a game on March 5th, and a game against Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. But at this stage, it's tough to see them losing because they look good. As long as they're locked in and playing hard, that's Sushi Under thing. Look at this, getting another steal and going in for the layup. And maybe this has to disappoint Fujita more than anything, that you give it away so cheaply with Wakugawa picking your pockets going in for the layup. They've got 83 points. Another three-point shot. This from Wabe's got 17. Pretty quiet game, but again, they average a B-League leading 92.7 points per game, so it looks like they're closing in on that. They might surpass it. Passing Yoshi for three. My goodness, they have knocked down so many threes in this fourth quarter. You're going to think it was their three-point shooting was their strength of their attack today, but that really hasn't been the case. It's just they've been drilling the threes with the result pretty much decided. Three-pointers, most of them in this fourth quarter. And Luther with the foul. Yeah, that was a clear foul. Jasinski with his 22 points, 10 rebounds, fourth double-double of the season. Yamauchi gets into the game for the first time today. Ooh, little fake. Penetration. And again, another easy one for Yoshi, whose numbers are going up now. He's got 12 points. Chia in the game. Back up guard, number 12. How about that three? Leo knocking down his second three of the day to make it 91-63. They get a bucket here and they're above their season average in points. Nathan, and they do. They've got 93. They might close in on 100, depending how badly they want it. 93-63, 30-point advantage. 20. They have outscored Osaka 31-12 in this fourth quarter, and we still have time to go. And they outscored them 24-12 in the third quarter. You almost forget that this was close at halftime. It was 38. It was 39-38. Osaka EVESSA on top. Kanoko checks into the game. Ryan Luther turns, gets in, follows up the miss, and he is fouled on the putback. And they're just not getting much joy inside. As you in there battling away, and also Suya with the reach. So Suya with the foul. Suyu's hit a couple of threes today, but his defense has been good as well. Also in the game, number 8, Yamauchi. Suya for 3 from the wing. Oh boy, the 3 is good. It's 96-65. They very well may reach 100. They have just knocked down so many three-pointers in this fourth quarter. Was fouled, he had a chance for a three-point play. And does not drop, so final minute and change being played out here. Sent in Yamauchi for 3, and he misses everything. At this point, it doesn't really matter because they've been making everything else. Count 6 threes they've made in this fourth quarter. Make it 7. I mean, 7 three-pointers. That is incredible. Suya with 12 points. They've got 99 for the game, and probably will not get to 100. Commits the foul mid-court. Yagi putting the pressure on. So he will take the free throw and pretty much, excuse me, it's with a miss, and he makes the second. So 99-70. They're just going to dribble it out. They're not going to go for 100. And that is going to be a real convincing score. Makugawa does not shoot it. And that's it. So Santa NEOPHOENIX, Atsushi Ono and his powerhouse NEOPHOENIX team just keeps rolling on. 15 wins in a row. They prevailed 99-70 at Osaka EVESSA to get a 2-game sweep here this weekend.
さあこの後ヘッドコーチインタビューを行います。選手退場後にはベンチなどの構成発表を行いますので、ぜひ最後でお席でお待ちください。
For the third quarter, 24-12, they outscored Osaka 37-19 in the fourth. Dave Brzezinski, you could probably argue he's the MVP the way he came out, but Sasaki was good. Everybody played well. They played well defensively as a team and gave nothing away, especially in that interior. Just it was a nightmare for Osaka. One of the signature plays on defense for this team, just that block of Brian Luther by Deontay Nathan, and he was trying to dunk it. So these are the next games coming up next weekend. Hoshigaya coming to Osaka, and it'll be Santa NEOPHOENIX going up against Saga Ballooners. She had a good game. Remember that team that played at the Olympics last summer? And we'll hear from Santa NEOPHOENIX in the tunnel.
はい、三栄ネオフェニックス大野敦ヘッドコーチに来ていただきました。連勝が15に伸びました。今のお気持ちをまずはお聞かせください。
はい、前半から我慢強く戦えたんじゃないかなと思いますし、後半自分たちのディフェンスのところ、コートの中ではっきりきたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
後半ディフェンスとお話上がりました、本日も90点得点しているんですけども、ディフェンスは70点、特に後半出だしの、素晴らしいプレッシャーディフェンス素晴らしかったと思うんですけども、この辺りのディフェンスの評価もう一度詳しく具体的にお願いします。
そうですね、一人一人ハードワークしてくれたおかげだと思いますし、自分たちのディフェンスから自分たちのオフェンスのペースを作るというところを選手がしっかりやってくれたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
リバウンドが3円51に対して今日大阪29と圧倒しました。リバウンドに対しての意識は今日いかがでしょうか。
そうですね、ゲームのスタートのところ、シューターのところのリバウンドっていうところが課題だったんですけど、しっかりアジャストメントしてリバウンドのコントロールできたんじゃないかなと思います。
はい、最後になりますけれども、次節はアウェイ、佐賀とのゲームになります。意気込みをお願いします。
はい、またアウェイでもいいゲームできるようにチームとして準備していきたいと思います。
はい、ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
And they're also saying everybody did their job on defense and the whole team worked together. So thanks for the team. And I think that illustrates it. You know, you get those spectacular plays that you want to talk about, the rim, you know, right at the rim, the rejection from Yante Maton, but really it was overall just suffocating defense. And if there was going to be any success for the Osaka EVESSA, it was going to come from their perimeter game. But what made it really difficult as well was the rebounding. It was just complete domination. You know, he also said that a good defense can lead to a good attack, which it did. And of course, there's still a lot of problems to be solved, but they will continue to work hard. Well, I didn't see too many problems, but I guess he has to say that.
はい、3円ネオフェニックスダジンスキー選手に来ていただきました。連勝15です。今のお気持ちをお聞かせください。
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like that because every game we have to come in and play a little bit better than the day before. So, really, we're not counting the number of wins. We're just trying to win every time we step on the floor.
もちろん15連勝しているのはあるんですけれども、その数字にこだわることなく一試合一試合しっかりステップアップしていこうという意識でやっています。
今数字にこだわることなくというお話いただいたんですけども、手元の集計では今日22ポイント、11リバウンドとダブルダブルです。今日の出来栄えは自分ではいかがですか？
Yeah, I mean, my teammates did a great job of sharing the ball today. You know, in the second half, we really found some good solutions on offense, and really it was our defense that kind of got us going. And you know, I'm really proud of the way we played today, and you know, shout out to my teammates for getting me open all those times.
はい、オフェンスではしっかりボールを回して自分のところに、チームメイトがしっかりパスを供給してくれたところもありますし、オフェンスというよりも本当にディフェンスでしっかりリズムをつかめた後半になったかなというふうに思います。
はい、そのディフェンスですけども、3クォーターの入り方、素晴らしいプレッシャーディフェンスでした。チームとしてディフェンスに対するフィロソフィーはどのような形で体現されてますか？
Yeah, I mean, in the first game, you know, they got some fast break points on us. We really wanted to take those away, and then we were really, you know, trying to take away their pick and roll action. They were slipping a lot, so I think we did a really good job. You know, taking care of those and then not fouling and then ending the possession with a good rebound because this is a team that will go hard for the rebound. So, yeah, really good defensive performance, especially in the third and fourth quarter. I mean, it was amazing today.
はい、昨日の試合で、結構ファーストブレイクのポイントを、与えてしまったところとピックアンドロールのところでスリップを、結構やられてしまってたので、その2点をしっかり集中して今日は修正してやったのと、あとはリバウンドのところをしっかり取れて終われたところが今日は修正点でとても良かったかなと思います。
はい、素晴らしい修正でした。最後になりますけども、次節は佐賀戦アウェイでのゲームになります。ブースターファンの皆さんにメッセージをお願いします。
Yeah, thank you everybody who's watching the game, coming out to see us. We really appreciate it. We love seeing you guys in the stands and go Phoenix. Let's go.
ご覧になっている方、そして、実際会場にお越しにいただいている方、たくさんの応援ありがとうございます。皆さんが、会場にいて応援してくださる姿を見るのとても嬉しく思います。これからも、応援よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。実頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Interesting comments, predictable, but you know, you talked about the rebounding aspect to this game and how crucial that is. He also says you have to keep working. You know, his favorite food is tacos, so I'm assuming he's going to have some tacos tonight after that performance. You look back at the game and it didn't seem like it was going to be a blowout like this at the end. As both teams giving as good as they got. We talked a lot about this guy, Sasaki, coming out and not only hitting threes, but scoring with drives to the basket. Parks came out, hit a good three right at the top of the key. Sasaki again, knocking down the three. And Matt Bonds did well in the first half. I mean, he was terrific. Kinoshita did well. I mean, overall, it was difficult to take issue with anything that the home team did today in this first half. They came out, they competed, they were right there with one of the best teams in Asia, with Brzezinski. I mean, this guy comes off the bench and is relentless just so sharp, so efficient. A lot of them are Garoon. I thought played well. Good minutes from him in the first half especially. But Brzezinski just does a great job of getting rebounds, of making shots, shoot the passing. But I think it's more of a case of just quality. I just think they've got a better quality roster, and the longer they play, the better they get, and they understand Coach Ono's game plan. But adding in Waba to this team has been huge. He's been a good player. This is Garoon doing some good work on the boards. And Waba ended up having a decent game statistically, but it's all about the results. And hey, look at this. One of the local volleyball players at halftime for the Sunbirds. Suya was good with his three-point shooting and also his defense. Maki hitting a three, and at that point you felt like, okay, maybe they're going to stay with it, but really in the second half they just raced away. They just pulled away. The final two quarters, it was just not even close in the end, especially even though we had the good rim protection there. When Luther got rejected at the other end with his team trying to come back and that leading to a break, it just wasn't going to be their night, or their day, rather, excuse me. That was a great block. That was after his own shot had been blocked by Mayton. Yoshi, the Japan Olympian from Paris. Look at that. Okay, so that's the block right there that I was talking about. And from this point, you just knew there was only going to be one winner. And Mayton just getting the rejection and going down and just taking command. And Luther losing control of it and leading to another break, another steal, another turnover. Knocking down that three. And the long one from the young 20-year-old who impressed Wakagawa. And one thing we were talking about Yoshi was his effort. His effort level just did not drop from start to finish. He didn't switch off. Making a late three, but the result already long since decided it was a fake. Yamauchi coming in for some garbage minutes. So you're knocking down another three, and it was just one-way traffic in that second half. That's about as blistering a performance you could see in the second half by Sanin, by any team in the B-League. They just dominated overall. Look at the rebounding, 51-29, 19 offensive rebounds. And, they ended up getting 15 points off turnovers. That was big in the second half. Points in the paint, 46-36. So I told you that, I thought that was going to change, and it sure did. 46 points. Remember, they were trailing in that department in the first half. And 22 second chance points. So getting a lot of offensive rebounds. And also they got out and scored a lot on the fast break. 35 fast break points in the end for the Phoenix. Just 8 for Osaka. And then 35 points coming from the bench to 31 for the hosts. So So overall, just dominating display, and much of that coming in the second half, although the rebounding dominance was pretty much from start to finish. So who are the leaders? Well, 22 points for Dudzinski, which was a game high. 17 points for his teammate, and Waba, who was relatively quiet until the second half. And also Sasaki, who was very explosive, especially early, scoring 8 points in the first quarter alone. 14 points for him. Ryan Luther finished with 14. Leo had 13, and Parks had 12 for Osaka. And then look at some of the rebounding numbers and assists. Dudzinski had 11 rebounds, getting his fourth double-double of the season. 6 rebounds for Luther. And Bonds had 4 assists, 8 assists for Ura, who didn't start, by the way. He played 16 and a half minutes. So 8 assists in 16 and a half minutes. And that is a real testament to him making the most out of his time coming off the bench. And key players, well, Sasaki, you know, I think overall you have to say the way he started the game, that was key. Giving his team a platform to at least be competitive in that first half, in that first quarter. Getting to 14 points. You know, Suzuki struggling a bit. Only took a couple of shots, so, you know, that's not what they really look for him for. They need him more as a playmaker in his defense. And he ended up with a couple of assists. But overall played just over 15 minutes. So the coming games for these two teams, and Osaka in that top right there, hosting Koshigaya. That'll be next weekend. And Santa NEOPHOENIX playing at Saga Ballooners. And again, they will be favorites in those games. Well, you've got 17 and 18 Osaka team right now. And going up against Koshigaya, who are 11 and 23. So Santa NEOPHOENIX, they're going to be pretty much favorites whoever they play against. So another great day of basketball. Certainly if you're a fan of the Santa NEOPHOENIX as they pull away in the second half and roll to a 99-70 win over Osaka here in the B League. Thanks for watching, everybody.